This is a quick overview of Squivr, and I just wanted to highlight some of the things we do in Salesforce. We are a native application in Salesforce, so everything happens on top of the database, and just making sure that you are very familiar with where we play, what we do. We do tend to serve sales, customer success, business development, marketing, and the leadership team. So with that, why don't I go ahead and dive right in? I'm going to start first and foremost at an account that has some subs as well. So in this case, we're going to go ahead and click on the Squivr account planning tab. For all our customers, you can drag and drop us anywhere on the page layout in Salesforce. And as you can see here, we've got a quick org chart or relationship map coming in. This one's featuring both contacts under a corporate account, in addition to any sub accounts under that corporate account as well. So we can see we've got a couple different layers of accounts. You can expand these out, start to look at who else is underneath some of the subs, or typically you'd want to kind of hop right over to this account. In this case, we've got Dunder Mifflin Scranton. I'll click on that. You can see now we're on Dunder Mifflin Scranton, and you've got some components coming in. We've got our Whitespace Analysis here. We have our org chart and relationship map. And really the intent here is to, get everyone acclimated with seeing everyone in the account, but also narrow it down to, hey, who do we care about the most? Where's our ICP at? How can we best target some of the key roles and responsibilities here? So what you're seeing here is Arc Site. You do have the ability to kind of hone this in, expand out. You can certainly customize your own color codes, blocker champions favorites. You can group to all these folks and say, you know what, I really want to see everything broken down to those. Maybe it's the favorites and the blockers, but in this case, you might also go back to show me this per department. Maybe you're calling on a sales team that you'd like to sell to, or operations, and so on and so forth. These are some key tenets within our relationship management suite of products. And so from here, we also have Arc Groups. And what Arc Groups does is it will be auto updating these groups per your criteria. So in this case, we have an ideal customer profile. You can see who we know and who we don't know within that ideal customer profile. You can expand it out. You can get granular and check them out within the context of the hierarchy and find out, what their reporting structure is. And then, of course, head back out to what is that ideal customer profile. In this case, we have Michael Scott as the CSO. Go ahead and update that. I'm going to double-click Michael, and I'll just wheel him back down to earth. We're going to say he's the branch manager again. As we do that, you can see down low, our CSO and CRO are must-haves, so we can see not only who we know, but also who we need to know in context of our both account and opportunity engagements. Everything you're seeing here is at the account level. At the account level, we also do an account planning suite, which includes action plans and playbooks. Oftentimes, this is that plan of action, whether you reoccur it per quarter, biannually, annually. You can really set this down, assign it dynamically to folks inside the organization. You've got dates associated with this, so you can actually track to, are we late, earlier on time? You've got key contacts, and these are just key tasks or milestones we're looking to achieve. So you might have a short, mid, and long-term account plan that you're tracking to. You can map this out over completeness and per assigned owner as well. We give you a visual representation of this. This is what we call our account plan visual, but it's really just a Gantt chart. If you double click these, you can interact the same way, achieve as you go. You can actually interact with the timeframes and really get granular with how you're doing in context of your specific plan of success at the account level. I'll scroll down a little further. You can see another use case for Arc Groups. In this case, we're actually highlighting what opportunities are being forecasted in certain categories. So as an example, you might actually hop into your best case. You can see there's a renewal here, expand that out, find out where this renewal sits, and maybe even who has a role on that renewal. So in this case, these are the opportunity contact roles, who has a role on this particular renewal, which can vary per renewal or opportunity on this particular account. All right, so finally, we've got our Whitespace analysis coming in. This is a quick representation of how we're doing per revenue. This is going to break out over opportunities, newly identified potential, which we actually classify as cross and upsell, and then it'll give you what is otherwise a tiered account structure. So as an example, in this case, we're tracking to about 84%, which is in context of our specific revenue target that you can assign or automate as well. So if we change that, we can see we're down to 75%. You can also put some rules against what is a tier 1, tier 2, and a tier 3 account. And subsequently, these could auto-populate for you. Additionally, you can click on any of your current revenue, open opportunities, or newly identified potential and understand what that looks like per product or product family. So in this case, we're going to go ahead and say, you know what, we've got about 1.5 million in revenue on this account. That's great. How does that break down to what are we selling them? And in this case, looks like software and Salesforce makes up the bulk of it. We might want to take a look at that and say, you know what, maybe we can sell them additional implementation services, Microsoft or Amazon Web Services as well. Certainly break that out over your open opportunities or newly identified potential, which you can manually override as well. This would be any cross and upsell that you are targeting on this particular account per product family or product. That's a real quick overview at the account level. I'm going to quickly hop down to an opportunity level just so you can see it. In this case, we've got an opportunity we created. As an example, we might only hone in on who has a role on that particular opportunity. You don't have to. This is a choice. So you can actually hone this into anything. So certainly account and contacts, other. So oftentimes you'd like to see maybe, what does a contract tree look like on this account? And so this is the flexibility of this product. There's a lot of power here where you can start to say, okay, show me all the cases on the account, show me the contracts, etc. Again, this is at any level. So you're at the opportunity in this case. Maybe you want to go back up to the account level. And one last example for you at the account level. Here we've got the ability to wheel this all the way down to how many opportunities do we have on this account? You can expand that out and say, you know what, I'd love to see what that looks like per role on that opportunity. It might vary per opportunity. You might have one particular role, and you can update those as you go right here in our card interface. But you do have a lot of flexibility. We want to bring the power of the Salesforce database to bear and really drive excellence for, in particular, sales, but business development, customer success, and marketing teams all benefit from this as well. That was a really quick overview. Hopefully this was helpful. If you need anything from the Squivr team, please don't hesitate to reach out. We look forward to supporting you and have a great day. Thank you again.